So I gave a guest lecture to some undergrads, so adorable, the other day, and one of their questions was such a good one. They asked, "What classes should I be taking if I want to be you when I grow up?" What a good question. Okay, so obviously you're going to be already taking some classes like in computer science or programming. You're going to be taking some stats classes. That tends to be the path that kids these days take when they're getting themselves into data visualization. However, let me make some other recommendations for you. The more interdisciplinary you can be, the more valuable you're going to be as a data visualizer. So I highly recommend taking a couple classes in graphic design, learn some things about color theory, learn some things about layout. I also recommend some classes in journalism. The way that journalists write should be informative for us in telling those clear stories. We need to learn a little bit about plain language and communication along the way, right? So some classes in marketing would also be good. I highly recommend that you take some classes in psychology and sociology because this is going to be where we learn how people operate and how people think. And the more that we can get inside their heads and understand how it is we all operate, the better we're going to be at communicating to them when we create great data visualizations. I would also recommend some classes in education, and especially if you want to go into the public speaking side of data visualization at all to like do the work that I do. The classes in education that you should be focusing on are the ones that are more around like classroom management. You don't really need to learn how to necessarily teach specific lessons. Honestly, learning how to teach third grade algebra was some of the hardest stuff I ever learned when I was in college. But you need to learn more about crowd control and classroom management techniques like getting everybody to focus and pay attention, how often you need to be breaking for activities, how much lecture they can endure, stuff like that. So the broader that you can go in terms of your course load, the more you're going to learn about how to make great graphs. So much more goes into it than just what kind of buttons you push on your computer programs. And I would say that even if you are beyond your formal years of education and you're already in your job, it's never too late to go back and learn some of these things. Taking a community college course on graphic design will only enhance your ability to make great graphs. So get as interdisciplinary as possible, read as widely as possible, talk to people in other groups and departments and divisions as much as possible. That's what's going to make you great and marketable and valuable to that employer.